Professional wrestling is filled with what-if characters that could have been legendary but never reached their full potential. One of the most striking examples of this is Mordecai, a short-lived WWE character in 2004 that promised to bring a dark, supernatural presence to the ring but vanished before making a true impact. Despite his brief tenure, Mordecai remains one of WWE's most intriguing lost characters, remembered for his striking look, compelling vignettes, and the untapped potential of what could have been a major storyline. With an ominous presence and a planned feud with The Undertaker, Mordecai had all the makings of an iconic villain. Yet, almost as quickly as he arrived, he disappeared, leaving fans to wonder what could have been. This is the story of Mordecai, another one of wrestling's lost characters. He came to cleanse WWE of sin, but in the end, he was the one who disappeared. Kevin Matthew Fertig was born on January 17, 1977, in Memphis, Tennessee. Fertig began his professional wrestling journey in 2000, quickly making a mark in Memphis Championship Wrestling under the ring name 7. Embodying a character inspired by the 7 deadly sins, he achieved significant success, securing the MCW Southern Heavyweight Championship on July 7, 2001. In April 2002, Fertig signed a developmental contract with WWE and was assigned to Ohio Valley Wrestling, WWE's developmental territory. Continuing with the 7 persona, he joined the Disciples of Sin stable. Alongside stablemate Travis Bain, he captured the OVW Southern Tag Team Championship on March 5, 2003, by defeating Lance Cade and Rene Dupree. Their reign was cut short when Bain sustained an injury, leading to the titles being vacated on April 10, 2003. In early 2004, Fertig pitched the concept of a religious extremist to WWE chairman Vince McMahon, drawing inspiration from his Southern Baptist upbringing. McMahon was impressed with the idea, leading to the creation of the Mordecai persona, a stark contrast to WWE's most legendary character, The Undertaker. Mordecai was a stark contrast to The Undertaker with an all-white attire, while The Undertaker was known for wearing all black. The all-white attire was meant to symbolize purity. However, the character of Mordecai was anything but pure. Mordecai was envisioned as a religious zealot and a righteous warrior on a mission to purge sin from WWE. Wielding a cross-adorned staff and delivering ominous sermons about divine justice, his persona was built around the idea of a fanatical crusader, condemning the WWE audience and roster for their moral failings while portraying himself as a chosen force of righteousness. Promotional vignettes began airing on WWE's SmackDown brand, featuring Mordecai condemning the audience for their sins and leading them in prayer. Mordecai made his official in-ring debut at the Judgment Day pay-per-view on May 16, 2004, where he defeated Scotty 2 Hotty in a dominant squash match. His presentation was cinematic, blending gothic horror with televangelist zeal. Following this, he secured victories over Billy Kidman and Hardcore Holly, further establishing his mystique as a powerful force on SmackDown. However, his momentum stalled after a loss to Rey Mysterio on the July 1st episode of SmackDown. While he was initially pushed as an unstoppable force, WWE abruptly ended his run before he could engage in a meaningful feud. The ultimate plan for Mordecai was a marquee feud with The Undertaker, with the storyline culminating in a match at WrestleMania 21. This would have been a classic battle of good versus evil, with Mordecai as the puritanical zealot opposing The Undertaker's dark mysticism. But in WWE world, The Undertaker would be the good guy, while Mordecai would be the heel. Reports suggest that Fertig was involved in an off-screen bar altercation that resulted in legal troubles, leading WWE to pull the plug on the character. Additionally, there were concerns about his in-ring performance, and whether he was truly ready for a main event level feud with The Undertaker. As a result, WWE sent Fertig back to Ohio Valley Wrestling for further development, effectively ending Mordecai's WWE tenure. Despite Mordecai's short-lived existence, the character remains a fascinating what could have been in WWE history. Fertig later returned to WWE in 2006 under a different persona, Kevin Thorne, as part of the ECW brand's revival. This time, he embraced a vampire-inspired gimmick, aligning with Ariel in a gothic faction. Although Thorne had a longer run than Mordecai, he never reached main event status and faded from WWE television by 2007. Mordecai remains one of WWE's greatest lost opportunities. With his distinct look and ominous persona, he had all the makings of a compelling long-term character. However, a combination of backstage issues, timing, and creative hesitations cut his run short before it could truly take off. In the world of wrestling, sometimes a character is simply ahead of its time, or just unlucky. Mordecai was both, leaving behind a legacy of missed potential and lingering curiosity. In another timeline, maybe Mordecai fulfilled his mission. Maybe he stood toe-to-toe with The Undertaker at WrestleMania, a battle of light versus darkness, good versus evil. But in this timeline, Mordecai never got the chance. He arrived with fire and brimstone, but just as quickly, he was gone. A ghost, a prophecy left unfulfilled. And so, like so many lost characters in wrestling history, we're left with only a question: what could have been?